Doing it. I don't even know if anybody's gonna show up to this thing. How do we do this here? We open another tab. Dashboard. No, that's not what I need to do. Whew! How do we do this? We need to go to YouTube, the boob tube, right? And we search too much handyman, too handy man. Search. No. How in the F do I find my channel? Too much handyman channel. No. That's not gonna work. Hey, someone's here. How the hell? I'm trying to find a link to this channel. I don't even know how to find it on YouTube. It's so small and so new. Too much handyman. That's not working. Let's see here. Too much handyman live. Too much handy man live. Search. Nope. Wait a minute. I think I found it. Doing it live. There it is. Share. Copy link. What does this say? Introducing managing moderators. Close. Go to Instagram. Handyman. Boom, boom. We need to create Okay, next we need some music. Who's got a song request? Boom. Why isn't this working? All right, we're going with that one. Done. Now we need a link. Link. Paste. Done. Done. Story. We'll see if we can get some people in here. Anybody see me? Hear me? Is the chat working? Got 30 minutes. 30 minutes before I gotta switch over to the Handyman and do a live stream on all this stuff behind me. So I thought I would jump on here and hang out, answer some questions, shoot the shit, have a cocktail on a Sunday afternoon. Pre-game. Anybody been in one of the Handyman's live streams before? Yes, no, maybe? See, we got 4 people in here. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming over to Too Much Handyman. The idea is to stop acting like the freaking handyman. All right, I think we're done there. we have we have some people close. Got a couple extras. uh, you guys have any questions or anything? Drinking with you till the sun rises. Oh wow. Well, I won't be doing that today. I'm going to spend 15, 20 minutes here, hang out, chat, talk, answer questions. If you got any questions, um, and then I got, like I said earlier, got to switch over to the handyman and pay the bills. You pay the bills. 5 people. Have I ever used the Nextdoor app? I have it, and there's a bunch of weirdos on it in my neighborhood. The Nextdoor app, Facebook neighborhood apps are are in my area. They're filled with a bunch of weirdos that like to chat about drama in the neighborhood. It's very strange. Now I have seen um, people ask, "Hey, do you know anybody that can fix my fence gate? Have you? Do you know? Does anybody know somebody can trim my trees?" But I've never said like, "Hey, I can do that for you," because I just got a bad vibe. Like they are cheap. They're tire tire kickers, and they're kind of weirdos. They really love to chat about drama in the neighborhood or crime in the neighborhood. It's very strange. But so no, I haven't used that Nextdoor app. That is one of the most asked questions: is how the heck do you get leads for all these jobs? And my answer for a decade, we're coming up on a decade on YouTube, has always been just word of mouth. I don't I have never advertised. Now, I've mentioned this before. I know when someone puts my information out on a next door neighborhood. Uh, it's the app, but you got to sign up per neighborhood, and I'll start getting solicited nonstop text messages to my phone. So there are scam marketing agencies or lead generating agencies that have bots to monitor the Nextdoor app for phone numbers and contact information. And I know as soon as someone recommends me on some neighborhood, my phone just starts going crazy. But luckily, with new phones, it recognizes those as spam and just sends it to a spam text message. But we got 8 people. I tried to put a little post on Instagram. See if we get a few more people over here. There's only 900 and some subscribers on this channel so far. I'm going to leave this little live stream up for people that come here and they want to know what the heck's going on. What's this Too Much Handyman channel about? I got to check the gram for a second here. And it is another channel where I can do what I want and I can say what I want and not have to worry about repercussions. The other 2 channels are too big. They've turned into mega businesses with huge sponsorship deals, and you got to be really careful what you post. The types of videos have to be very, very specific, and it's a little bit stressful. And that's why a lot of YouTubers start a second channel or a third channel so that they can kind of start over, be themselves, enjoy making videos on whatever they want, to make a video on. So this channel here is going to be a lot of repairs that aren't necessarily a home repair. So that the handyman has to stay 100% home improvement, home remodeling. But if I want to fix a lawnmower, I can't put it up there. If I have a problem with my car and I want to fix it, maybe share it, the experience, I can't put it on that channel. I'm going to put it on this channel. So this channel is going to be all about all the stuff I fix that doesn't make it to that main YouTube channel. I'm fixing, building, and tinkering every day. Every day. My wife's got a project for me to fix something. You wouldn't believe how many the I don't even know what I call it, a rat's nest of extension cords that are, anyways. I got lots of Christmas lights is what I'm trying to say. I didn't make a video on that, but it would have been kind of funny seeing us fight in the front yard about how we're going to arrange Christmas lights and which way to run the extension cords. What gives you more satisfaction, being a YouTuber or being a handyman? Um, both. They're both businesses. There's good highs and there's lows, highs and lows. It's not like having a very secure job. Um, there are some things that I've built, some remodels that I've done that are pretty amazing. Most of it was before I started making YouTube videos. I've got some pictures, different places, somewhere. I don't know where they are, but that's a good feeling. Making a lot of money um, doing the remodeling, but it's just not sustainable at the pace that I was having to go to make that money. That's why I started a YouTube channel to kind of make some side money, and it turned into my full-time job. And same things with YouTube. It can go up and down, up and down. Sponsorships, you're flooded with them, and then they disappear. What you get paid per ad goes up and goes down. The YouTube algorithm is crazy. Um, you'll be making $30,000 a month, and then you'll be making $10,000 a month. That's a significant pay cut. So, and that kind of goes along with being self-employed. I do have a video for the business channel that I've been working on. Every time I get the idea, I write it down on my phone. And I mean, it'd be in the middle of the night, I'm falling asleep, and I'm like thinking about the handyman business video. And that's another example of how stressful or the pressure uh, that you get when you have a YouTube channel. So that business channel, I've been putting out pretty good content, and there's no fluff. There's no just me getting on there and BS. There's no me just doing live streams talking about this or that. I've got to put out something meaningful that's going to benefit someone's life. It's going to benefit their business. So that's why I don't put out a lot of fluff on the business channel. It takes me months of jotting down ideas and real world experiences that are relevant, relatable to guys that are self-employed. So I'm looking forward to making that video, but still got a few more things to compile, a few more ideas, a few more talking points before that video comes out. But it'll come out in December. It will be sponsored, so I got to have that submitted by December 10th. So first week and a half of December will be the next handyman business video. Bam Boozler. Try not to get that information out. If you are in the industry, you know that it's very cutthroat. And if you've ever advertised on social media or you have review accounts available on social media, Google reviews, Yelp reviews, in a big city, your competition will find those and leave a whole bunch of fake reviews. Especially if you're a YouTuber, it gets out what your real business name is, where you live. You can't do it. I did that. That's actually how I got into YouTube. Is I made a YouTube channel that was basically advertising my business, and it started blowing up, and I had to shut it down. It was getting too much attention. I actually had my phone number, website, email at the end of every video. And just with a few thousand subscribers, you wouldn't believe how much trouble that caused. So I had to delete that whole account and make sure all those videos got scrubbed and re-edited them for the main YouTube channel, the Handyman. That's why I don't give out my information. Well, part of the country, it's a decent part of the country, just got taken over by Democrats, and we now have a crazy homeless and migrant problem. It's insane. Insane. They're stabbing each other in homeless camps every night. Just last night, like 20 tents burnt down, literally burnt down on the sidewalk. And there's hundreds and hundreds of tents. It's crazy. It's like a third world country. So I'm looking to get out. I got another maybe 2 years here, and I might leave the entire state. Yeah, I get snow. It snowed last night, and we get cold temperatures. Um, that's why all the tents burnt down. They were starting fires inside their tents. They come from Venezuela, pretty warm, I think, down there, and they get shipped up here, and they're like, "What the heck?" And a lot of them are actually going back because there there's no resources to take care of them. It's kind of wild, but yeah, it's changing. I used to brag about how awesome my location was, and people are leaving left and right. The downtown area is like a ghost town except for homeless. It's very strange. But I know that's kind of a controversial topic, and people get their panties all in a wad when you talk about it. Ah, uh, I would challenge you, Bakersfield, California. We are just ahead of Las Vegas. We're in like the top five. What do we got going on here? I'm getting notifications. Just ahead of Las Vegas. Not in this group of misfits, handy dude. Oh, yeah, that's what one thing I don't want to do on this channel specifically is do any sort of clickbaiting, full transparency, what the videos are, what to expect here. Do not subscribe if you only click on clickbait. That's what that main YouTube channel is. The Handyman, it's got 506,000 subscribers. And if I put a video up called uh, changing water pipes in a house from CPVC to PEX, no one would watch it. That's another big thing is you do not get any views unless you clickbait. I hate doing it, but it's a good source of income, and you got to do what you got to do. Triple J, I'm glad you're over here. So yeah, I'd like to give a little more transparency to people who are into watching YouTube videos. Maybe they're just you retracted a message, Mr. J. But anywho, that's what you can expect here. No clickbait, no BS, just some repairs and some man talk on some live streams. Not going to say there won't be any sponsorships if the channel does grow organically and someone wants to send me some free stuff, like all the crap behind me, and pay me. I am going to make sure that those sponsorships, I write the contract, and that it has to be 100% organic review, not their script or anything. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That one's got some kick in it. All right, in 15 minutes, I got to put on my salesman hat. I don't know. You would not believe. I was in a Zoom meeting 2 hours ago with 5 Chinese women from China, and I purposely made them do it at 4. What did I do? 4 p.m. Eastern time, which is the middle of the night in Beijing. It was wild, and they're all bing, ding, bing, ting, ting, tanging away. But they did speak. Eventually, they spoke some good English, which was is very interesting. The whole world of marketing and sales. If anybody's interested in that, I'd be happy to share with you what goes on behind the scenes. Um, third channel. I am still uploading to that, and it's basically hunting stuff. Hunting and anything that reveals my location goes on that channel, and it's going to stay small. It gets enough views so that it earns enough money so that everything I do in that channel is a tax write-off. If you send me a direct message on Instagram, I usually send you a link to my other Instagram account, which has the link to the YouTube in it. But if I get people with no pictures, no nothing, they just sign up. They have no online presence and want to go over there. I just ignore them. But I just ordered a new fancy bow. That's archery for killing animals. Um, that should be here in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be. It's very very unique bow. I'll be doing some videos on that channel. But I might even do some tool stuff on this channel. Some cool tools, tool modifications. That lathe over there, that what scope? I've got lots of scopes. I gotta dust that off. I've got a 3D printer right here in this box that I got to get up and running. I've got a laser engraving cutting machine I got to get set up. I want to try another side business. One of the things that I learned being a YouTuber is how to use Shopify and make a store to sell things. So I have a Shopify store that I taught myself how to work, how to create the shirts, how to sell things, how to manage inventory, how to do uh, process the sales. It's pretty cool. Um, and I got this workshop, and I got all these things. So maybe I'll try to make something and sell it on another Shopify store. So I think I might try to document that process on this channel. A lot of you guys have garages or garage workshops, and you might have thought, I might want to sell something on Etsy or eBay. What's these laser engravers do, or a 3D printer, or this little Chinese mini lathe. um, so you can expect to see some of that stuff here. A little bit lower production value. Not that I have a very high production value, but I do edit a lot so that any like dead air is cut out on that other channel. So I might tone down the editing just so that I can have the time to do the uploads. A couple questions came in. I got a few more minutes before I got to switch over. Hopefully you guys will join me on the Renogy live stream. I'm going to be talking about solar batteries. This is a controller inverter thing. That's pretty sweet. Charge controller right there. Big solar panel back there. How I use it, I spend over 50 nights a year in the wilderness living off the grid. And that's why these companies send this stuff to me. And I made a couple videos and it kind of snowballed from there. But here, someone asked what scope. I don't have a scope on a bow. I like archery hunting the most, but I have a lot of expensive, very match grade type rifles. I'm actually starting to think about shooting in a couple matches, NRL hunter matches, this coming spring, winter, spring. Someone's interested behind the scenes marketing and promo and how that works. I could take you through it. I just had one of the worst experiences with the marketing agency that's representing Renogy. It was a catastrophe. I'm not going to say anything until I get paid. Hopefully they're not watching. Let's see here. I built a CNC machine a few years ago with the exact same thought of with a router on it. Um, that would probably, I'd have to tap into that room over there to set up a whole router table. You can make much better, more better things than the laser engraver. But you would not believe what my wife spent on a T-Rex that's this big. It was a laser cutout of a teeny, oh, I don't know, not even a quarter inch Luan plywood with my son's name across it. $80 on Etsy for a dinosaur with my son's name on it. Now it is good size. It's bigger than the laser engraver I have in my house. But I'm like, $80. And then it was like, it wasn't even finished real well. It was painted green. That's it. But I'm gonna dabble in that. Maybe I'll make a shorter dinosaurs and sell those. Never know. Uh, what do we got? We got 9 minutes before I got to switch over. Thoughts on pulling a trailer versus an extended cargo van for work? Um, I've talked about this so many times. So I have to own a pickup truck. Most men need a pickup truck for daily activities. I couldn't go more than a few days without a pickup truck. I need the bed, I need the hauling, the towing capacity. I need to put a family in the mega cab. I like, you know, luxury amenities in it. I like big trucks. So that's why I chose to pull a trailer. Now, many times I wanted to build out a van or a box truck, and it just didn't make sense. I wanted to do the build. I wanted the extra room. I wanted the maneuverability, but the financial sense wasn't there. Parking wasn't there. I mean, I've got, at the time, my wife had two cars and I had a truck. And it would put a fourth spot if I had a van. Now that you might be saying, well, it's four spots if you got a trailer too. You're right. You're right. But I had a special parking spot for the 6x12 Vinos. I got a special parking spot at my current house for the 6x12 Vinos. Um, the registration and just, anyways, logistics didn't work out uh, to get a van. I have nothing against the vans. I crack jokes about the vans, but in a certain, application, I think they're better. Wow. Joe Schmo, thank you. He's been watching me since I had 50,000 subscribers on the main channel. Have a good dinner with the family. God, I don't even know what I was doing. I remember there was one video where I think I was remodeling a basement. And I was eating lunch, talking to the camera. And I think I said, I'm at like 10,000 subscribers or 7,000 subscribers, and just talking like a normal person. And man, crazy, crazy where things have gone since then. All right. Making custom things is a gold mine. It is. These women buy this stuff like you wouldn't believe. God, if you can make candles and sell some candles, my wife, she's a ridiculous candle collector. It's insane. Insane. How's the trailer rebuild coming? It's stalled out. I've got so many projects on my list that sometimes I just don't know which way to turn. And I turn towards which one's going to make more money. And right now, the trailer, I don't know when. I'm going to try to make time this spring, maybe. I still have the axle and new springs sitting outside the door of the workshop. Any particular reason why a 6x12 trailer is better than a different size, bigger one? Uh, for me, most of my career, I worked in the city, a big city, 3 million plus people. And I would there's alleyways in between. So you have a street, houses, an alley, houses, and then the street. And in order to get to the backyard, build a fence, build a deck, build an addition. I'm weaving around dumpsters, going up and down alleys. I'm parallel parking. I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of times I've had to parallel park my truck and trailer. And that 6x12B knows I was like a snake. I got really, really good at towing a trailer in tight situations and backing that thing into very unique spots. A bigger one, a wider one. If anything, I would have went taller because it's only 6 foot and I can't fit in it. So I would have went 6.5 for the ceiling height or the roof height. That's about it. Yeah, there is so many things, and that whole work-life balance myth. That's going to be part of the next business video. Is that work-life balance, the stages that I went through, where I'm at now. A lot of talk about that. And I got my own projects. I used to like to build things. I used to like to tinker, and you'll have to wait till that video comes out on the business channel. Like I said, it should be out in the next week to 2 weeks. Um, you know, anything else? Got 4 minutes before I got to switch over. I got like a room full of Chinese women just waiting for this live stream to go up. And it's kind of wild that how big of a deal this live stream is to these people. Oh, Brian, I almost whipped out my phone. I did get out my phone. I was like, no one is going to believe this. I got to record this Zoom meeting, but I didn't. But it was unbelievable. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I was on a Zoom meeting with a whole bunch of Chinese women a couple hours ago about the live stream that's going up in 2 or 3 minutes on my main channel, because I'm going to switch channels to talk about all this stuff behind me. It was it's nuts, man. Oh God. Warming the workshop. Yes, I actually had to put in a propane tank, like a barbecue tank, to get this baby warmed up. I do have the mini split cranking, but so my big tank I haven't filled yet for the winter, so I had to rob this off the front of my camper to run. You guys can't really see it, but there's a big furnace up in the ceiling there. And that kind of took the edge off. I turned that off half hour or so ago, and now I've just got the mini split cranked, and it's 72 degrees in here. It's pretty cozy. Pretty cozy. Let's see here. What am I drinking? This is whiskey and cherry Coke or something like that. Tin cup. I don't know. My wife brought it home. Do I have the mini split on a dedicated circle? I got 2 minutes to talk before I got to switch over. No, it shares a circuit with my 220 air compressor. And believe it's a 30 amp circuit. 220 is how I have it set up. Best Chinese joke contest. No, do not go over there and start. Anyways, we're going to have another live stream here, and I'm going to talk about some of the interesting things that I've run into this last week. It's not cheap whiskey. I don't think it is. All right, guys, got to go. End stream. See you over on the other side. End. All right.